Bonjour. In this grammar video, we are going to look at l'usage du subjonctif, the usage of the subjunctive. As we can see in the following 5 examples, the second verb in each sentence is in the subjonctif. Appreniez, ne boivent pas, fasse, payer, disent. But why are these verbs in the subjonctif and not in other tense? There are 3 things that are necessary to trigger the subjonctif. The first is a verb of emotion, judgment, volition, necessity, and doubt at the beginning of the sentence. And so, as we see in our 5 examples, je suis content, I am happy, that is an emotion. Il est bon, it is good, that is a judgment. Mes amis veulent, my friends want, that is a volition. Il faut, it is necessary, that is necessity. Claire doute, Claire doubts, that is doubt. After this verb, we need the conjunction que, and after the conjunction que, we need a different subject than the subject at the beginning of the sentence. And so in the first example, we have je, followed by vous, that's different. In the second, il, followed by Paul, that's different. In the third, mes amis, followed by je, that's different. In the fourth, il, followed by vous, that's different. And in the last, Claire, followed by Jacques, that's different. With those 3 criteria met, the verb in the second part of the sentence goes in the subjonctif. And so, this is the basic structure of the subjonctif. You have the subject at the beginning of the sentence, followed by a verb that fits one of those 5 categories, followed by the conjunction que, followed by a different subject, and when those 3 criteria are met, the verb in the second part of the sentence goes in the subjonctif. So, for example, je préfère que vous lisiez la littérature moderne. We have préfère, that is a verb of volition, followed by que, and vous is a different subject than je, and so lisiez is in the subjonctif. Je préfère que vous lisiez la littérature moderne. I prefer that you read modern literature. Another example, il est franchement étrange que le professeur sache le Klingon. Here we have est étrange, that is a judgment, followed by que, followed by le professeur is different from il. And so sache goes in the subjonctif. And so, il est franchement étrange que le professeur sache le Klingon. It is frankly strange that the professor speaks Klingon. Some examples of verbs of emotion are adorer que, regretter que, détester que, avoir peur, il est, some emotion que, être, some emotion que. And so, for example, je regrette que Paul ne soit pas avec nous. I regret that Paul is not with us. Another example, il est triste que tu ne fasses pas de recyclage. It is sad that you do not do recycling. Nous ne sommes pas contents qu'il y ait des devoirs. We are not happy that there is homework. In all 3 cases, regrette, est triste, être content, that is a verb of emotion, followed by que, and a different subject and a verb in the subjonctif. Some examples of verbs of judgment are il est bon que, il est juste que, il est normal que, il est dommage que, il est préférable que, il vaut mieux que. And so, for example, il est bon que vous fassiez toujours les devoirs. It is good that you always do the homework. Il est juste que les criminels aillent en prison. It is just that criminals go to prison. And finally, il n'est pas normal que tu dormes jusqu'à 16 heures. it is not normal that you sleep until 4 o'clock, or more colloquially, it is not normal for you to sleep until 4 o'clock. In English, the for someone to verb something construction is identical in French to the subjonctif. It is not normal for you to sleep until 4 o'clock in English is the same thing as il n'est pas normal que tu dormes jusqu'à 16 heures in French. Do not try to translate that literally. Some examples of verbs of volition are vouloir que, souhaiter que, demander que, exiger que, permettre que, and suggérer que. And so we have, for example, je veux que vous me payiez $1,000,000. I want that you pay me $1 million. Or more colloquially, I want you to pay me $1 million. Note that this is a similar construction as in the last section. Le professeur exige que nous fassions les devoirs. The professor demands that we do our homework. And finally, mes parents permettent que je sorte jusqu'à minuit. My parents permit that I stay out until midnight, or more colloquially, my parents permit me to stay out until midnight. Remember that both sentences translate to the same thing in French in that sentence using the subjonctif. Mes parents permettent que je sorte jusqu'à minuit. Some phrases of necessity are il faut que, il est important que, il est nécessaire que, il est urgent que, il est essentiel que, avoir besoin que. And so, for example, we have il ne faut pas que vous sortiez le soir avant un examen. You must not go out the night before an exam. Il est nécessaire que tout le monde obéisse à la loi. It is necessary that everyone obey the law, or more colloquially, it is necessary for everyone to obey the law. Another example, il est important que je me détende quelquefois. It is important that I relax sometimes. It is important for me to relax sometimes. The last category of verbs that take the subjonctif are those relating to doubt. For example, douter, il n'est pas certain, je ne pense pas, and il n'est pas probable. However, while these phrases express doubt, their opposites do not. Rather, they express a degree of certainty, and when these phrases are used to express a degree of certainty, they do not take the subjonctif. The only exception is the phrase il est possible, which takes the subjonctif in both the positive and the negative forms. So, for example, we have je doute que Marie dise la vérité. I doubt that Marie is telling the truth. However, the opposite statement is a bit different. Je ne doute pas que Marie dit la vérité. I do not doubt that Marie is telling the truth. In this sentence, there is no doubt, and consequently, there is no subjonctif. Another example, je ne crois pas que Grand-Pied soit réel. I do not believe that Bigfoot is real. However, the opposite of this statement is a bit different. Je crois que Grand-Pied est réel. I believe that Bigfoot is real. Again, there is no doubt in this sentence, and consequently, there is no subjonctif. The last example, il est possible que j'aille en France l'été prochain. This uses the subjonctif because il est possible expresses a degree of doubt, but so does its negative, and so il n'est pas possible que j'aille en France l'été prochain also takes the subjonctif. Here are a couple of questions to help you see if you are using the subjonctif correctly. Fill in the blank with the proper form of the verb. Number 1. Je veux que tu something un métier. I want you to choose a profession. Should that be in the subjonctif or not the subjunctif? Because veut is vouloir, which is a verb of volition, and it's followed by que, and tu is a separate subject from je, this goes in the subjunctif. And so the proper conjugation is je veux que tu choisisses un métier. Number 2. Je pense qu'il y a something, des êtres vivants dans l'univers. I think there are living beings in the universe. Should that be in the subjunctif or not the subjunctif? Because penser is not a verb of doubt and it does not fit into any of the other categories, we don't have to worry about any of the other criteria, and we know this goes in the regular form of the verb. So this should be je pense qu'il y a des êtres vivants dans l'univers.